platform. So if you want to start creating your own AI videos today, click the link in the description below and sign up for Higgsfield. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Top navigation and click on Cinema Studio. If you have never used this before, Cinema Studio is essentially Higgsfield's filmmaking tool. Instead of just typing a prompt and letting the AI decide everything, you are actually choosing the equipment your shot is built around. I am talking about gear that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in a real production. Each combination produces a genuinely different looking result, so the depth of field, the color, and the way light behaves in the scene all change depending on what you up. Then I bring it into video mode and build the sequence. Scene 1 is a wide orbit around the rooftop with the city sprawling out behind me, suspense genre 3 seconds. Scene 2 cuts to a medium shot of my hands on the keys as lightning flashes through the clouds behind me, 3 seconds. Scene 3 is a slow push in on my face as I look up from the piano into the camera, while the storm breaks open behind me, lasting 4 seconds. It's still me, but in a completely different setting, and it only took just a few minutes to make. And what really stands out is the character consistency and overall quality. Everything stays sharp and visually clean. The lighting, the environment, and how I'm placed into the scene all come together smoothly without anything feeling off. With this workflow, you can create unlimited videos of yourself from just a single base image. And with Higgsfield, you can do all of it without ever leaving the platform. Movement to dolly in. Genre to intimate and duration to 5 seconds. For scene 2, I want the camera to orbit around me slowly as I look up toward the light breaking through the stone archways above. So I select orbit movement, suspense genre, and 4 seconds. This is the shot that builds the emotion of the whole sequence. And for scene 3, I want a close-up handheld push-in on my face. I'll make the genre action, and the duration 3 seconds. Go ahead and hit generate. The camera dollies in first, bringing you closer, then the angle. The Angles app takes your single image and rebuilds your face from entirely new camera perspectives, so the outputs genuinely look like they were photographed from different angles, rather than just cropped or edited. Best of all, there's zero prompting required. Just drag the sphere in the right and create as many variations as you want. Once you have uploaded your image, hit generate. Once you're happy with the result, repeat that process to create a totally different angle. The more variety you collect here, the stronger everything that comes next is going to. Instead of running separate generations to find something you like, you are comparing options side by side from a single cost. Now I will paste in my prompt. I want to create a cinematic grid of shots of myself inside an ancient ruined temple. This image genuinely looks like a still from a film, and my face is right there, consistent, exactly as it was trained. That is the difference the character reference makes. Now I am going to pick the frame I like most from the grid and take it into 3D mode. Cinema Studio builds a 3D progression and pacing on its own, but if you actually want to direct your video, manual mode is the one I suggest. In manual mode, you can build up to 6 individual scenes with a total runtime of up to 12 seconds. For each scene, you are choosing the camera movement, setting the duration, and picking a genre, which actually changes the editing style and energy of that specific moment while keeping everything else completely intact. And because your character is loaded as a reference throughout all of this, your face stays consistent from the very pick. It is a much more intentional way to create compared to standard AI generation. When you land in Cinema Studio, you will see 2 modes, image and video. You can go straight to video generation, but for the best possible results, I suggest creating your starting frame first and then animating it. So we are starting in image mode. Down at the bottom, you will see your camera and lens options. I am going to go with one of the recommended combinations for now, and I genuinely suggest you do the same the first time you use this, just so you can sing. It takes a few minutes while it trains on your images. When your character is ready, it is going to appear in your character library. And from this point forward, this is your AI self, and they're ready to be placed into any scene you can imagine while maintaining perfect consistency. But having a consistent character is only half of it. Where you take that character is what makes this whole thing worth it. However, we are not going to the regular video generation workflow inside Higgsfield. We are actually going to use something a lot more powerful than that. Head up to the B. I suggest collecting around 20 different angles, and those are exactly what we need for the next step. We're going to take all those images and create a fully trained AI character of ourselves. Head back up to the top navigation and click on Character. First, upload all the angle images you just generated, then give your character a name. I'm naming mine Isa. These are the reference photos the AI is going to use to understand your face from every direction. Once you have uploaded everything, hit create and let Higgsfield start process. Orbit builds the world around me and the close-up settles on my face with the light sitting perfectly. The atmosphere we built in that starting frame is carried all the way through every single scene. Now I want to show you a completely different direction so you can see how much range this workflow actually has. I am going back into image mode to generate a brand new starting frame. This time I want myself sitting alone at a grand piano on a rooftop at night with the entire city glowing behind me. It's the same process as before, so I'll speed this up to follow along. When you first log in, you will land on the homepage where you can see all the different tools across the top navigation bar. We're going to go through a few of these today, and the first place we'll start is Apps. Inside the Apps tab, there are a lot of tools to explore, but the one we want right now is called Angles. Click on it and you will see a simple upload area where you drop in your reference image. I am uploading my one photo right here. The reason we are starting here is because we need multiple perspectives of our face, not just one angle. One image is genuinely all it takes to generate 1,000 different cinematic videos of yourself, and I am going to prove it to you right now. By the end of this video, you will have the complete workflow from a single photo all the way to a fully trained AI character generating Hollywood-level scenes. Let's get into it. I have this one image of myself right here, and this is the only thing we need to get started. The platform we are using for this entire workflow is Higgsfield, and I have left a link for it in the description below if you want the very first frame all the way through to the last. So let me build this out using the temple image we just created. The first thing I am going to do is drop that image into the start frame. That is the foundation the entire video is going to be built from. Then in the prompt box, I am going to select my character so Cinema Studio knows whose face to keep consistent throughout, and then I will paste in my prompt for each scene. For scene 1, I want a Dali-in pushing forward through the ruins toward me, with mist drifting slowly across the water as the camera moves in. I am setting the dimensional version of the scene from your generated image, and you can actually move around inside it to find the exact framing and composition you want. I am shifting the angle slightly here to find my perfect shot. I capture it, and that becomes my starting frame. That is the image my video is going to be animated from. With your image ready, you are going to move into video mode within Cinema Studio. You have two main options here, auto mode and manual mode. Auto mode is great if you want something fast. You write your prompt, and Cinema Studio handles the shot